JP's Burnout Hijinks. This is Zach. I'm JP, and this Hijinks are Burnout. We're working on the intro still. It's not very good. Like,
no one can tell. No one can tell.
Yeah. Take two. I'm Zach. This is Zach. Fuck. I'm Zach and JP. Fuck. This is Zach and JP's Burnout Hijinks. Where that's Zach. I'm JP, and the Hijinks are Burnout. And that's not good. Well, whatever. We're here with RJ Jurgensen. Shout out to RJ. Give it up to RJ Jurgensen, our guest today. RJ,
dude.
How the hell you doing?
So fucking good seeing you. Like, I heard last Thursday was your first time ever doing a mic, dude, and you did really good.
He's been dying to say that to you.
I've never done this.
Not once, dude. It was crazy. I've never seen somebody kill it for 30 minutes just randomly picking up a mic. Like, let me give this a shot.
I said, you know what? I can do. You know who I saw? I saw Heather on stage, and I was like, you know what?
I can do this.
I could fucking do this.
If she can do this, I can do this.
Fucking do this.
That makes sense. It makes sense. But I was, dude, it just surprised the hell out of me. I've never seen somebody just go up there and kill it before like that.
He's been ready to tell you that for like 3 weeks.
I got some tips for you, though.
Did he write
here's my carefully prepared thing. So, Zach, tells RJ how much you want to kiss him since he's, our biggest guest we've ever had so far.
He is. Honestly, fucking Jeebus is second. I think RJ weighs a little bit more than he does.
What do you mean by biggest?
I don't know. That's what he
largest.
said.
Like physically?
Yeah.
Jeebus is pretty big.
Yeah.
RJ, I don't know how to tell you this, but you're a little fucking jack, son.
Okay, yes. Sometimes I do forget that often.
Well, I did think he meant biggest as in biggest comedian.
No, you are our biggest name we've had on.
No one knows me.
So that's cool.
Yeah, dude, doesn't that tell you a lot about this podcast?
I feel like this is a good warm-up episode for when you guys have actual guests.
Oh yeah, for sure, dude. I can't wait till we have like real guests. I hope we get like the guy you opened for. Like, it was actually why we brought you on. Didn't you open for Dave Attell this weekend?
I did. I did 2 shows with him at the club.
Do you have his number by any?
I don't even think that guy does
he
not
have
have a cell phone.
Yeah, I was about to say, Dave Attell with a
Do you
cell
have his
phone?
house
He's
phone
more
number?
like
I would assume
like a pigeon carrier kind of guy. If you ask me.
He looks like
It
one,
looks like
too.
he's got some seed in his pocket for sure.
Like, come on, I don't. Yeah, I got some.
So here's the funny part. So I wouldn't say like I opened for him this last weekend. He gave me spots on 2 of his shows.
Yeah,
there were a couple
cool.
years prior where he was like, all right, you're opening for me the rest of the weekend. I was like, oh shit. Okay.
That's
at the time, it probably scared the shit out of you. But
I was freaking out the first time.
Yeah.
But here's how it went. The club's like, you need to go stand next to David Tell while he chain smokes like a chimney outside of the club.
Yeah.
And he's at the level where if someone sees him,
They're
they're
coming up to
gonna
him.
come, up, try and talk to him, and you can only imagine how many times that happens to that guy.
Oh, yeah.
So they're like, you have to,
probably
intercept that. And I'm like, so you want people to not be around this guy, but you're gonna assign someone to be around this guy? Like, this is okay.
look at you.
Tell
You
him
look,
to go smoke in the back.
dude. You look like you just need security across the chest.
I feel like that now. So
Could you just tell him to put like
I told him, I'm like, hey, look, man, I know like you don't want people coming up to you. I don't really think you give that much of a shit. I'm not gonna lurk here. If you need me, my name's RJ. Let me know. And he goes, you're a comic, aren't you? I go, yeah. He goes, all right, you're opening for me all weekend. I'm like,
hell yeah.
oh shit.
What?
That's sick,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah, dude.
That's fucking sick.
I got cold feet, man, because it's like if someone like that says you're doing it, you're like, oh shit,
I have to do this.
But on
For
top
sure.
of that, you're like, I have to do well. So
Yeah.
immediately pressure. So like I was
So
like,
he hadn't seen you at all before then.
No.
So he's just
had
cool
no
vibes
idea.
at the
Rolling
door.
the dice.
Just
I like your vibes.
Just a kind human being.
Yeah, that's
just
cool. That's
being
cool as shit.
graceful. So I was
cool
like
as fuck.
freaking out. I'm like, dude, I have to do well. And I even went up to him. I'm like, hey, maybe tomorrow night might be better for me. It's like, I just want to be prepared. And he looks at me and goes, if you can't do it on the spot right when someone tells you to, you can't do it. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
So I'm doing it. And I did amazing that weekend.
Hell yeah,
it
dude. That's
it was a
fucking
lot
sick.
of fun.
I'm sure something like that helps you though with your fucking prior military.
Like,
No, we need you to do this. Well, all right.
No. You're doing this. We don't really care how you feel about it. That's negligible. That's not even a consideration. Can you imagine like an airborne guy going to airborne schools like, I'm afraid of heights. They're like, we don't really give a fuck.
I'm pushing you out of that
if you're
plane
scared
in 20
of heights.
minutes.
That's not. We didn't factor this into the op order. We're literally gonna kick you out of this goddamn
Funny
aircraft,
as shit.
whether you fucking are
Yeah.
scared about it or not. Like you're going.
Yeah, dude. No, fuck. It's
That's
like,
fair.
It's like, no, I want to. I want to be a Navy SEAL, but I don't like the deep ocean. If you don't mind, can we not go near any water, please? Like, I really can't. I can't take what I just can't take the ocean.
You know
it's
what?
horrible.
Looking at you,
Yeah.
I'm just very shocked that you're not an ocean person.
Oh,
you
no.
strike me
What?
as an ocean guy.
Dude,
He strikes
dude,
me as a
no.
Russian fucking dude. Look at him.
Like if I saw you on the beach, I would assume that you just washed up.
I do. I do have like a driftwood kind of feel. I feel like just
do.
like
Being lanky doesn't help you
You
at
know, like
all
those
either,
fish,
dude.
Are just pale as fuck, and just tired. They're just like, I'm done. Yeah. Yeah.
help,
fucking
oxygen,
pulling you
please.
up.
Yeah, I need to get more sun this year.
Why is that carcass moving on the sand?
I'm not bloated. Come on now. The Zach looks like the bloated. Okay, all right. No, I didn't mean that. Zach, I was
Zach's
deflecting.
happy, man.
Yeah, I was
Fuck
deflecting.
off.
I don't
I'm
care.
happy.
That was so
I'm
rude,
happy.
John.
What are you talking
How
about?
dare you?
Yeah, I'm happy. Just because.
How dare you comment on someone's appearance?
Damn it.
Who would
Oh.
ever do that?
Why would you do that to me?
You are a piece of shit, John.
Well, Zach, very subtly brought it up. How long were you in the military?
I was only like 6 years.
6 years. Okay. So
Yeah, I didn't do a goddamn thing in
Okay.
the military. I just
hey
did what I
man,
was
not
told.
everybody needs to do something in the military.
Oh, yeah.
You need a guy to push fucking papers, whatever.
What did I do? I had fun.
Was it like early? Like where did you go in young when you did it, or
Dude,
was it?
so I had no idea what I wanted to do
Yeah.
after high school.
Of course, that's how most people get
I
it.
had just finished. I just finished 4 years of an all-male boarding military academy that I got sent.
You knew
to
exactly what you were doing.
because I was like, dude, I was an awesome kid. Sometimes adults don't know how to handle that, right? So
Yeah.
they sent me to a place
Fucking
Where
sweet,
you
dude.
don't
where
have a
there was
choice.
nothing but kids that awesome, which is either really good or really bad.
So all
networking.
middle school, you were like, I
For-
piss excellence.
Yeah, most of those kids are either really successful or they're in prison, or they're like, I mean, either way, they're
no
probably
in
still
between.
successful, right? Yeah.
They're like, I'm here to become a tool, or I was like, I'm here to be like,
Dude,
I am a tool.
I had no idea what I wanted to do, and I was just like, you know what, I'm gonna take a year to surf every day and just find myself.
Did you grow up in Cali?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was in Orange County. I was like, I'm just gonna surf and just figure out what I want to do. And my mom was like, nope, that's pussy. You do not do that. She goes, you're gonna fucking go into the army. I'm like, what?
I
No
don't have
way.
that written down.
No
Mom.
way. And then I come.
No, son
okay,
of
so
mine.
I go to the beach. I go surfing, smoke a blunt with my friends. And
As
we're
you
like,
do.
Dude, I'm gonna go home. And then as soon as I walk in the door, there is a 3-star general in my living room having coffee with my scary mother. And I am high as shit.
It's like
And
the
I was
highest ranking
oh,
person in
okay.
California too.
Like, this is a really weird intervention. You know, like, I don't really know. This is.
RJ, you were a really cool kid.
Yeah, hey, go ahead, have a seat. Yeah, no,
She was afraid her son was going to turn into a beatnik, so she went and found a general of the fucking
Dude,
army.
I
Just
think-
like,
yeah,
Jesus
so this
Christ.
guy was Lieutenant General Bob Beckel, and he was like the first superintendent of the Air Force Academy.
Oh shit,
And he
dude.
wanted me to go to New Mexico Military Institute.
Oh, Jesus
And I'm
Christ.
like,
No.
why? He goes, it's a good idea. I'm like, okay. I guess that's
Is that really how you went?
seriously how it
So
started,
RJ,
yeah.
people just tell you what to do and you
He
fucking
literally
do
said,
it.
you leave for boot camp in 3 weeks. And I was like,
Damn.
okay.
So you were basically like one blunt away from like a green shirt and a talking dog, and she was like, "We're cutting that shit right the fuck off, dude."
I think she knew, man. If I had,
Dude,
if I
open
had
up
taken
for
a
a
year
tell.
off, I would not have gone well.
Oh,
He
shit,
opened
dude.
up for a tell
Oh,
by
yeah.
being told to. He
Yeah.
joined the military by being
Yep.
told to.
Shit. So did you start doing comedy because you were told to? Did somebody tell you to start doing comedy? Like how far, like, was it like a military and then straight into comedy, or did you start doing comedy in the military?
No, I got out of the military in 2011,
Okay.
and I think the first thing I did is I went right into the cannabis industry.
Perfect.
'Cause I'm like, let's go exact opposite
Oh, yeah.
of military and see what the other end of the spectrum's like. And
Is that where you met Tim King too?
No, I didn't know Tim until I got out here.
Oh,
shit.
really?
Yeah.
I thought you guys knew each other from Cali.
No, it just seems like that. I guess
It really does.
Does it?
Yeah,
I think that's why we bonded.
probably.
Yeah.
He's got a very Californian personality to him.
Yeah,
You kind of
alright.
hide yours a little bit. And I think it's because you're
With
used to trying to.
tomfoolery, I
Yeah.
mean, with
Yeah, pretty
I
much.
know how to do that.
But
Oh no, I believe you wanted to surf in high school. Like, I believe that. Like, no, he strikes me as somebody who was like, yeah, I wanted to surf at some point. I didn't do it because I do believe that you would call like a guy who does surf a faggot though. Like, you'd be like, nah, fucking, I'm not gonna do that shit. Fucking, be like, whatever. We'll cut that.
It's not that I
we're
have a
not cutting
problem with
shit.
authority. It's just that I didn't have a problem with authority. It's just
no.
you have to recognize authority, and sometimes I don't really recognize certain types of people that claim authority.
Yeah.
Well, you did.
Yeah.
I mean, 2 people told you to do something, and you fucking did it.
I mean, the guy was very jolly, very happy, seemed like he had his shit together with 3 stars on his shoulder. I was like, his opinion probably weighs a fuck of a lot more than mine. You know what I just did? I just smoked a blunt and ate at Dairy Queen. What the
Hell
fuck?
yeah, bro.
Yeah, a year of that
Hell
would not
yeah.
look good. So
You'd look like this, bro.
yeah. Fuck.
That would have been sick.
No,
though.
so I went into cannabis, and then I went into politics for cannabis, and then I went into finance, and then, dude, I saw corporate America, and I was like, absolutely
I'm not doing this shit. This is
Never.
worse than the military.
I went to a show at Irvine Improv in Southern California, and I saw, I want to say his name is Dana Gold. Do you know Dana Gold?
I don't.
You know who Dana Gold is? Okay. I saw him performing. This dude was smashing. But, like, I wasn't laughing. I was just like...
Studying?
I can see what he's doing. Like, I was like, dude, I know the pattern. I know what he's doing. He's like, right now he's leading someone and, like, misdirect. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I was like, I can do that.
Yeah, he's going to hit you with the fucking
And so I
curveball.
was like, dude, I want to see if I can pull this off. It looked fun, man. It looked like the coolest job in the world to go out there for 45 minutes, just make people laugh, and then call it a night.
yeah.
That was
Spoiler
seen in
alert. It's
person.
fucking awesome.
Yeah.
that
Spoiler,
was-
it is as fun as
That was
it
seen in
looks.
person. That was like seeing comedy in person. Like
Yeah.
first time. Okay.
Normally it was like before that. It was just like I saw
Comedy Central presents.
Yeah.
Comedy Central presents,
Was
but
there
even
any-
more like I got into like the 2 specials that like really got me into like the intrigue are like
Killing them softly.
No, it
Oh,
wasn't
wow,
Chappelle.
surprising.
It was Doug Stanhope.
No,
I-
okay,
I
yeah.
want to say the one where he has the libertarian jersey on. He's like smoking and drinking throughout the whole thing.
Shit.
Is it no refunds?
I'm not sure.
I've only seen
There's-
like his like really recent special
There
that's
was
on
like
YouTube.
4
It's got,
around
like,
the same
weird-
goddamn time, and I'm trying to remember. But regardless,
Anyways, it was that one, and then Bill Hicks,
yeah, Bill Hicks, another
and
good
then
one.
one of the very first Joe Rogan specials that he put out, where he had that backwards cat.
Yeah, he had hair.
Yeah. No, I think he was talking about like, he was comparing pussy to F-16s. Just like that was amazing. Like,
He used
that
to be
guy-
a fucking amazing comedian. He's onto the podcast more now.
You know what?
I don't care. Good for him, man. He's making millions of fucking
Literally
dollars.
none of our fucking business.
I don't give a
you
shit.
know?
He made
dude,
enough money with just the fucking MMA to retire.
Yeah, dude, surprising. This might not surprise you at all, but my favorite special is Robin Williams' Broadway. Like that was one of the ones that really got me. Like that was like seeing
Another
the special.
unmedicated fucking 88.
Yeah, I mean it was Robin Williams, and that was just I was like, if I ever do comedy, because I was doing music, I did music for a good 10 years after high school. Like I started doing music in high school and then pursued that for 8 years after high school. It didn't go well, obviously, but like I mean it got me prepared for
Getting
how
booed
shitty
on
comedy was
stage.
going to be already, and being on stage, and it was like basically just like I mean. How shitty the behind the scenes of comedy was kind of going to be, but like really like just that Robin Williams special, like that live on Broadway one, I like the one I get for Matt is like it's mine with the cat with the water bottle, and he's just like walking around just flinging water all over the stage, like
Yeah, it's
talking
the
about
same one where he talks about the fucking guy who pitched a perfect game high on LSD. And he's got like, and they want to take him out of the records. You got the glove like a pussy fucking flapping, telling you what to do. The ball's telling you not to throw it. The dude's holding the snake.
That dude, I read a little bit about that. He said that the ball was telling him what pitches to pitch.
Yeah, dude. And they want to take him out.
Yeah.
He did that for 9 innings perfectly.
You know how embarrassing that is to be call
everybody
yourself
else?
a professional baseball player, and some dude on acid just wipes your entire team out.
Yeah. The best pitcher in the world is now second place
You know
to a
how
dude
hard it would
who's
be
just
to fuck
like,
your wife that night.
no, easy it is for
You'd
him
be
to
like,
fuck
"This
his
is-
wife
you know
that
what?
night.
You do not. I am not who I am not who I thought I was. That would.
Ugh.
Dude, that
Dude,
would
just-
shake your etch.
Oh, yeah, dude, I'd
You'd
quit.
Have to start twisting those dials all over.
I'd be out,
again.
dude. I'd be playing golf at that point. What the fuck's the point?
So I want to go back to this because so it started with you worked in you got out of the military, worked in cannabis,
Yeah.
and then went into politics for cannabis.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
it was like you worked in cannabis and was like got on a legalize it kick. Is that kind of like how that went?
Yeah.
Okay. Obviously. I mean, I did that too. I wrote like a college paper. And it's not as cool
I
as
think
what
there's
you
some
did.
article about me and the president. I was the VP of a political action committee.
Holy shit.
and
Shit, dude.
We put legislation on the ballot in Costa Mesa.
Oh shit, Jesus
Yeah.
Christ!
But only because the city of Costa Mesa pissed us off by threatening to shut us down. So we're like,
Oh, fuck
you know
you.
what? We got a war chest. Let's go to war.
Well, because I'm just trying to
Dude,
get this because
you know what the
blew
funny
through
thing
this.
is? It was another army guy, and that guy was so strategic. Like,
Yeah.
dude, my boss was an army guy, and that's what he hired me on. He's like, dude, you're leaving the army to come into cannabis. I go, yeah. He goes, see you in 3 days. I was like, fuck, you got a job.
That's sick, dude.
Dude,
But no,
military, like especially like Marines, are the best people to hire for bullshit jobs. Where you're like, I don't care how you get it done, get it done.
They're like, yeah, no questions
right.
asked. That's my
Yeah.
bread and
Marine?
butter.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
Were you a
I
Marine?
feel like it's easy.
No, I was
no.
Army. So,
Marines
yeah,
are
dude,
good for that
we
though
went-
because you can tell them to do the most fucking stupid shit, and they'll be like, all right.
Yeah, dude. So we were getting all these
That's
letters
a private thing.
from
I
the
think.
city of Costa Mesa, and they're like threatening like us and like all the other businesses that were in the same industry out
shit.
there.
Yeah.
And so we found, or I didn't. I'm not going to take credit for this. My fucking boss goes, "Hey, you know the Freedom of Information Act?" I'm like, "Yeah." He
Yeah.
goes, "You know they have to like by law respond within a certain amount of time." I'm like, "Yeah,
Light
or else
bulb.
what?" He goes, "Or else I think they pay a fine or something like that." I think it was something. Where, so he's like, "I want you to submit 15,000 questions to these people," so they'd have to hire extra staff to be able to get all this. And it was just like, how much fuel do do the post drivers
Yeah.
use every year?
Think about
and
it.
then have to come up with answers for this shit.
15,000 questions.
And I
How
was
many
like, that's-
pieces of paper is
Imagine
that?
being that intern working for the city, and you're like,
This is
"God
my first day on the
damn it,"
job.
Like,
Who is this asshole?
Yeah.
Like, why
Yeah.
did you make me do all this
Oh,
today?
that's fucking great.
my boss was a wild one, man. He made us do a press conference in front of the city hall when we turned in all the signatures to put the and that's when I think the TV or like the reporters were there taking pictures, and that's why I
Yeah.
said there's an article
Yeah.
of that. But
Okay.
yeah,
There's
that was
RJ
super
in the
fun.
back just trying not to fucking die laughing.
So that was when you started into politics for cannabis, and then you went into corporate cannabis. Like,
I
so,
went into finance.
corporate
I was
finances,
a financial
okay.
advisor. I sold like
Okay.
insurance, and then I got like Series 6, 63, or life
Oh,
and
fuck
health
that.
and all that stuff.
Okay.
But my
then
market
that's-
was just people in cannabis, and no one had tapped that market in
Yeah.
Northwestern Mutual. So I was like,
which is
corporate. So
crazy.
you literally went corporate cannabis. Like you got to do the whole rung of cannabis.
well,
like
the
you
first
got
thing I'd
to.
ask is like, dude, how do you do underwriting for people with medicinal cannabis cards? Because that's the only people I know. That's like my entire business network.
Congratulations,
So they
that's your
told me, and
market.
I'm like, oh, so there is a way to do this. And they're like, yeah. I'm like, okay, watch this. And I just went to everyone I represented, like, yo, check it out. Look what I did. And they're like,
I just need you
"Shut
to
up."
sign here.
Yeah, and it was dope because, like, yo, banks were not working with cannabis companies yet
No.
because it was just medical back then. And
Yeah.
it was still federally illegal. So banks were like, no.
No,
so
we're not touching it.
I would approach them and be like, oh, you can't use a bank? You check this out. And I would just answer the phone. And then I made a decent amount of money, and I was like, you know what, I'm done. Because it's like, dude, the corporate America is gross. Like,
Yeah, it's fucking nasty, dude.
I knew I was in the wrong business as soon as like I had to show up to the office in a suit at 7 a.m. for a presentation by some dude who flew in on a private jet because he was going around to all the different agencies and pitching this product that he loved that our agency was doing. And it was like,
Fuck that.
if you can go to someone who you know is gonna die within 5 years and have them write you a check for $50,000, we give them $65,000, or so, it was something stupid like that.
Wow.
And I'm like,
God.
you want me to go to people who I think are gonna die and take money from them?
Yeah.
And he's like, yes, Stone Cold. I was like, I need to get the fuck out of here. This
Not the
is-
right field for me.
Yeah.
So I thought I was almost hoping you'd be like. So after I made my first 200,000.
Dude, no.
So when did you go from that to comedy? Like, what was the swap?
It was the immediate like, all right, can I do this? And then
Okay.
while I was in.
You start in
Even
Cali.
when I was in politics, and then
Yeah.
while I was into finance, like before I even got into finance, I was doing comedy.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah, I got into
that's
that,
cool.
and then
I'm sure.
So you're like,
stemmed
oh,
from people
let me
being
tell
like,
you
you're
about-
funny, and then you're
Yeah.
like, I want to try this, and then
You just imagine being like, let me tell you about how hilarious it is that you're being fucked, financial, but like that's had to be a fun way to start off. Like, so like, what it was, Stanhope was like, you'd say it was he was his special, and then who was it you said that
Bill
you saw?
Hicks, Joe
Hicks.
Rogan.
Who was it you said that you saw in person? That
Dana
was
Gold.
the one Dana Gold. Indigo. I gotta check him out. I don't know who
You
that
think
is.
if we give him cocaine, he'll calm the fuck down?
No,
No.
dude, I tried. I
This is
tried
me-
cocaine, ecstasy. I
do
tried a
appre-
little.
Okay, I do appreciate that off camera. He totally called it like shit that I've said, where it's like my mouth can't keep up with my brain,
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
it
100%.
it bothers me. But I'll,
But I think I said you got a lot of pressure in there.
Yeah.
A little valve.
small valve, yeah,
I think that was the direct quote.
Yeah.
small mouth.
And it comes out as squirrel energy.
Yeah, yeah, it's horrible, dude. It's awful.
Squirrel energy.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
ever seen that movie?
I'm
Over
a little
the Hedge?
nuts.
The-
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
I'm
him.
not
Hammy?
Yeah, I'm
That's
Hammy.
him.
Yeah.
100%.
You know who voices Hammy? Steve Carell. So that's cool.
Thank you for
Like-
the compliment.
Thank you.
We
for the
must
compliment.
put it this way: if we think this guy is too fast with everything that he says, like we're sitting here trying to catch up. Imagine how fucking slow he thinks we are.
Yeah.
We're probably molasses
just
to this guy.
He won't stop.
I'm just like, I really wish you would just end this fucking one sentence you've been trying to get through, and you're just like, "Hello, today, my day." It's just like, God, that's such a long thing you're
Scotty,
saying.
hurry up.
Yeah, no, that I used to. It's everything I can do not to click the fucking clicky pin that I have. Like it just picks up too much. Like I used to do that on like some of our older episodes. I'd just be sitting there.
And like half the things he says doesn't even matter. It's crazy.
Nothing I say matters apparently. Like it's pretty cool.
Like I would say, you have a train of thought, right?
Yeah, and
That's
I was
just the
on one, but
stem.
you
There's all
compl-
these branches with foliage and flowers.
He derailed me to attack me about how I was got derailed. I was trying to talk about how the comedy, like how you were doing financial and then
He's trying to
started doing
keep up.
comedy. I was trying to. It is true. No, I fucking suck at this, dude. No, but we know this. Zach, say the thing.
Yeah. All right. So I ask everybody this: how long have you hated JP?
Say
I've
the other
never
thing.
hated this guy.
Say the other thing. That's what everybody says. I appreciate that.
Now,
Thank
when
you.
I first started this and I wanted to kick off a podcast, I'm like, dude, I want a co-host, but I want somebody who's got like good energy and is easy to talk to. Going through the list of people, I'm like, why the fuck not John Paul? Yeah, we're about 23 episodes in, and I can tell you right now, why the fuck not John Paul?
Right?
I'm looking for his pull string as to where that line
Dude,
comes
when in
out of. He
doubt, you
says
can
that all
always
the
be
time.
like, "What the fuck did he just say?"
Yeah.
And you
No.
can just riff on that.
Usually, every once in a while, I just look deep in the camera and just go,
no, no, no.
kids, this is why you don't do drugs.
But it's not drugs with them.
No, it's just I was born this way.
It's gnarly.
It's horrible, dude. It's fucking
Normal.
awful.
People,
Like,
think of how much money people have to spend to be like
To
that.
feel like you feel
Yeah.
every day.
yeah, I'm not
You've
jealous.
had to disappear from your family for at least 3 or 4 days a couple times to be able to get to this
your
level.
point.
Yeah.
Dude, I fucking he made me quit smoking cigarettes, and like I just think I'm invincible. Like I quit drinking just cold turkey. Quit smoking cigarettes, cold turkey. Like I think addiction's a joke and a lie, and people are just pussies.
I think you just got a lot of
Yeah.
quit in you.
I'm just
I think you're
saying,
really
if
good
you
at
wanted
it.
to quit, you could do it tomorrow, and you'd be fine.
I didn't
You'd be
drink.
fine. You just
I
don't want
didn't
to quit
drink
yet.
alcohol for like 8
You don't
years.
want to quit. I'm not going to make anybody quit.
I didn't
Really?
drink alcohol for like 8 years just because
Oh,
I
yeah.
got over it. I never had a
Yeah.
problem with it. I had a problem with everything else in
Yeah,
the book.
I have a horrible problem with smoking weed, dude.
Like-
Like it's awful.
It-
Like
it's so funny. I'm like, yeah, I didn't drink for 8 years. People are like, oh, you had a problem?
congratulations.
Like, no, I didn't have a problem.
yeah.
But I was smoking heroin. We don't talk about that.
Yeah.
Like, oh
We're
shit,
not- we're not
fuck
gonna
the
put that in
alcohol.
here?
Like, who cares about the
I
alcohol?
can't say that the hardest thing I think I've ever done is probably like Adderall. Like as far as drugs go, like that's probably the hardest
Yeah, I've done
drug I've ever done.
I've done everyone.
I've not like
No.
I've been accused of doing
tried-
every upper you can possibly mind. People
I
are like, oh, he
tried
does
coke.
crack.
It
And I'm
wasn't
like,
for me. Definitely love shrooms. Definitely love weed. That's about it. I don't really fuck around with too much drugs.
See, just in my drug addict experience,
Yeah.
when someone says I did coke and it wasn't for me, you did not do coke.
No,
Yeah,
no.
that's what I always
Because
hear.
if you do real coke, the first thing you think of is
I
how come
want
I haven't
more.
been doing this
no, dude.
Yeah.
the whole fucking
The
time?
way everything was wired up, I could see the world for once.
Yeah.
I was like, I can't have
Dude,
it.
No,
the
that
first
was-
thought in your head is this
that
is
was-
for me.
that was
No.
exactly-
No.
This is amazing.
No.
So you know what?
Yep.
I should find
After
some
the show.
good cocaine. For you.
No, my buddy Trey said the
Can you
exact
imagine
same
the
thing.
skinny Zach? I can't.
No,
Oh,
I can't.
dude, no,
I can't.
like, no.
No way.
Jesus Christ, that'd be horrible. I'd be like, ew, gross. Who the fuck is this? He started spelling
He
his
would
name.
lose
with
his charm.
Z-A-C.
Yeah, I would.
He started
Yeah.
spelling it Z-A-C-K. It's
No,
like,
just
ugh,
ZAC.
gross.
Just fuck the K.
He started using his real last name, whatever that
Dude, if
is.
you lost weight, you'd remind me of that dude. Do you remember that interview where they interviewed that random homeless kid? And he's like, I smashed him with the hatchet
Oh,
in
yeah.
the face.
Bah!
Oh, yeah.
That's
Hiker
you, bro.
guy? Yeah,
If you
yeah,
He
lost
has a
yeah.
weight,
bandana
yeah.
and everything. Yeah.
You definitely look like you would have been. Like either way,
Dude, they
like
did a follow up on that guy. I think like
He's in
wasn't
jail.
like a late night like TV host. One of
Yeah.
the big ones like
Oh,
offered him
shit.
like they gave him money and they're like, you have to take it. That kid gave it all away.
Really?
He's like,
because he
"I
was a
don't want
hitchhiker or some shit, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I remember that. Like, because
I forgot all about it.
I turn on YouTube Brain Rot and just like have it play in my headphones while I'm working all day.
Was
So
his
I'm
name
just,
Kai?
something like that. It was
I don't know.
I think it was Kai.
quick.
Young Jamie.
Greg look it up.
Jamie, pull this up.
Greg will look it up. But yeah, god damn, yeah, no, Zach,
I couldn't do it, man. No, it's like definitely most of my charm is being the fat tubby McFuck over there in the tie dye.
Yeah,
It's always been my thing.
and I've just never been able to get fat. Like I've got a high metabolism. Like I can't get.
It was?
Shit.
Oh, shit, RJ was right.
Yeah.
And that's that
And-
cocaine,
and
son.
Weed, yeah, you know what? Weed affects your memory, but cocaine improves it. So I think I fucking zeroed out.
Balance it out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, fuck, man, I should do cocaine. That might help me out. Like my memory's fucking.
Oh, God. Could you
blows, dude.
imagine John on cocaine?
I swear to God, if
He'd
it just
probably
made me,
be chill.
if it just made me normal, I'd be so
He'd
upset.
probably be like, oh, shit. Like,
They're
it would
like,
look
John-
he was possessed with like,
They're
a
like-
chill ghost.
For like 3 seconds, he's going to
Oh,
seize. And
this
then
is
just be
what-
like,
this is what life's supposed to be
I'd be
like.
sitting there for like 15 minutes and be like, John, are you okay? You're so calm right now. I'd be like, I am
yeah.
flying on cocaine
I
right
need
now.
this.
Like,
No,
are
I
you guys
just- I
ready
didn't-
for a polite conversation?
I
and,
didn't like how it made me feel, and I
coherent
didn't like
speech?
that I could like think clearly. So I was like, cocaine's not for me, bro.
I have
I'm
been,
like
I've
making
been,
rational decisions. That's not what I do.
I've been offered so many times. Like I've known, just so many people. But I
Well,
do
John,
appreciate.
that's because people walk up to you.
what
They
I
see the
do-
nose.
like,
They
this
see
guy's
the
Yeah,
energy.
no, but what I appreciate about cocaine people is that they're not pushy with cocaine, like, because they want to do as much cocaine as they can. So they'll be like, if you say no, they'll be like,
I think it's.
You know,
I mean, it really just depends
every
on the
cocaine.
crowd you're with.
Yeah, well, everybody I've talked to, it's always like.
I've seen a lot of different people
Well-
use cocaine very differently. Like,
Well, I feel like
you
the ones
know,
that I know, they're all people who are like, I'll do cocaine with the guy I
There's
do.
just different ways you can do
Yeah.
it. You know that, right?
Yeah, well, it's the people
I
who
shoved
are
mine
like,
up my ass.
they do it for fun
That's
by
one of 'em.
themselves, or they do it with the guy they bought it from, and then they're just like, that was the people I would do it. So it's like, they'd be like, oh, it's fun if you get the right, but they would just be like, nah, it's cool. I'm not gonna bother you again with it. But I get that. I appreciate that because I feel like you'd want to, keep your cocaine, that do all the cocaine you
It's
can.
a very social drug, though.
Yeah.
Like,
It is.
If you're on it, you're very friendly with people that you hardly fucking know. Like it's like
Especially when you meet him in the bathroom.
Well, but yeah,
Like,
alcohol,
hey,
like
dude,
I
try
always felt
this.
alcohol was the same. I mean,
I've
if I
never
could,
been to a Coke party where everybody was friendly.
Oh, I mean, okay,
I've
that's
never
an
been to
interesting point because if everyone's on coke, then no one's on coke. It's just everyone's annoying.
Yeah.
I was the guy that wasn't on Coke.
That's
That's
annoying.
fair.
That would be.
And everybody was thinking that I was the cops.
That's.
I
funny.
got that. I
All
tell
right.
everybody all the time, dude, I would be the best fucking undercover cop.
No,
yeah.
you would not.
I would too.
You would absolutely not.
I would, because
You
I'm going
would
to smoke with
absolutely
you.
not.
I'm going to forget to arrest you. I'm
No,
never
dude.
going to say the code words.
Can you imagine how dumb you'd feel if you were in court and Zach showed up on the plaintiff side and they're like, this is the undercover cop. You're like, I should have fucking known.
No,
man.
obviously, like
He wore the
When
same,
I-
he had the same uniform every fucking day.
What's up, my bros?
Hey,
Yeah.
one of those tie-dye shirts literally just says "I sell weed." Like,
yeah, dude, that's fucking.
Dude, when I moved to North Carolina, before I even got to my house, I stopped at the gas station because I wasn't going to fucking fill up the tank, right? I was going to do it before I get to the fucking house so I don't have to do it tomorrow. Go inside the gas station. The man just looks at me and goes, smoke weed? And I'm like, what the fuck are we doing here, bro? And he goes, all right, try this. Give me a call if you like it.
No shit.
I found my drug dealer in North Carolina before I found my house.
Wow. Wow. I mean, priorities. Right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. It was fucking great, dude. I walk into the car and my wife's just like, did you fucking smoke a joint? I'm like, no, I just got some loose weed in my
Yeah,
pocket.
someone saw me and gave me drugs.
Yeah.
That's
Happens a
cool-
lot.
That's a cool trick.
It is. It happens
The
all
only
the time.
time- the only
Every
time
time
I-
people are like, hey, I'm going to go smoke, they're just like, coming?
I wish people would hand, like people always try to hand me weirder shit. Like I've only been handed a blunt once, and that was when I was dressed up as a leprechaun.
You know, a
at-
lot of
at
people hand
Patty's.
me free shit. Apparently, I'm intimidating. Like, I have to
Oh.
focus on, like, smiling. Otherwise, people are like,
I'm
that's a big,
unapproachable,
angry,
apparently.
I don't know.
serious
Every
man.
time we're at the same show, I just fucking, I'm like, all right, there's RJ. We're going to get high. We're going to joke around all night and have a good time.
Dude, I've literally had to tell myself, like, when you're on stage and you're bringing up the most preposterous premises, like, you have to smile. Otherwise, people would be like, "This isn't a joke. This guy fucking
This
really
guy's-
believes this." Right
This
now.
guy really fucked a cactus.
Yeah,
I don't know what to tell you.
forget crowd work. I'm on stage, like towering over someone. They're like, "No, I'm not gonna. I don't want to be a part of this."
Oh, he's looking at me.
Yeah, it just felt. It felt like I was,
with airplane peanuts? You know.
Yeah, I had to tell myself to smile and like look friendly. It changed
shit.
a lot. Like
Sometimes, oh my god, you ever smile and it just comes out sinister? You're just like,
All teeth, no eyes.
like, oh no, fuck, I'm never gonna make that face again. Just like, you better not do that. Just I do that accidentally sometimes with my my wife. I don't ever
My
smile.
wife. You smile around your wife?
No, I don't like smiling.
Oh, okay,
I
that
got
makes
fucked up
sense.
Face. So how long have you been working at Good Nights?
I want to say I'm coming up on 4 years.
4 years. Okay,
Yeah.
so shit.
I didn't even think it's been that long. Holy shit.
4 years, yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to piece together how long you were doing comedy, because you said you
I
start
got started in 2012.
2012.
right?
Okay, yeah. I think
I did it out in California, like LA, Orange County, all the way down to San Diego. I was doing probably 6-7 shows a week.
You still fucking do shows in Cali.
Yeah.
You were just
and
there
then
not that
13
long
years?
ago.
I came out
14
here in
years?
2016,
Okay.
and then I walked away from comedy for like 3.5 years.
Okay. Okay.
Proud of you.
I just, dude, I wanted to start a company and actually have like an income. And like in comedy, you do everything right for 10 to 15 years. It's like then your career starts. And
Yeah.
it's like, it's not a promise. It's a wave, and you have to know how to catch it. And you have to know how to ride it. And
Right
you don't know
place,
how many
right
waves
time.
It's gonna be like
Yeah.
you have to like seize one opportunity. So I just
You were
wanted
like,
to
I
be
want
able to.
stability in
Yeah,
my
I
life.
wanted to be able to focus on
Yeah.
getting funny instead of focus on having to be funny. You know?
Yeah.
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 Like I'd rather just focus on like my only question is how good can I get? Can I get better? Dude. If you just focus on that, everything else will just kind of line up.
Like, dude, like I feel like I started at a good point because like my wife she's got a good job, and like I work at I got a fucking 9 to 5 that can pay the bills. I can do that shit part time, and we're still fine. Like it's basically just to pay for her alcohol and cigarettes and my weed, and then like I can buy cool shit for me and my kids. What's more for me now, because that's fuck yeah. But sorry. But yeah,
I
no.
think meth.
I know.
I think meth
I
would
know.
actually.
The entire time he was talking, like maybe
I've been
ecstasy.
wanting to
Yeah,
do
like,
that.
if we could,
The
there
entire
has to be,
episode.
like, I'm trying to think of like what chemical cocktail would fucking remedy the current situation.
I did like Breaking Bad a lot, so that might, I might be like, oh, cool. I'll
That's
be
methed
like,
up, man.
It's like in the show, man.
Shit ton of carbs.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
We're talking
Maybe then we'll get
sugar,
some weight.
coke, meth, caffeine, fucking everything, dude.
Just need a nice cocktail of like just like
Olive
like.
Garden breadsticks.
Yeah, dude.
It's just I put it all in a pill and it was just called uppers. Like it's like they're just like, here you go, John. Fuck, I don't even remember what I was saying. I'm sorry, I derailed it completely. But you were Good Nights at 4 years because I was trying to figure out just how long you had been doing comedy. So that was on and off for about 13 years.
Steadily
so,
about
with that
10.
3. So you had how long were you doing it before you had that little break in there? You said 2016, so that was 4 years. Okay, my bad. I'm horrible at math. Just figuring it out. All right.
How do you know when to like? How
No,
do
you
you know
can
when
step
he's
in
done
whenever.
talking to
Stop
you?
me.
You don't. You
Do
don't.
you don't?
Stop me
Here's-
whenever.
I just,
You know what
just
my
trying to
biggest
get
problem
I
help.
do
is?
appreciate
How do I
that
know?
you like you're like the first
when it's
person.
my turn.
I appreciate
I
that.
don't like. Do you even need me for this
No,
conversation?
I appreciate that
John
you've
Paul?
had like the best like the most like readable face of confusion.
like.
so,
I just people like.
Yeah.
Get
RJ,
out.
you know what the biggest problem is? I got into the habit of just letting him dig his own
Yeah, he
hole.
doesn't let me
I don't
stop.
stop him.
He
I
doesn't
just-
stop me. He
There's
just
been a couple times where you're going down a rabbit hole.
yeah, and then I can
look at
see
Zach
your
like,
face. I can
watch
like
this,
no.
like this is rad. He's
My
going
face
deeper.
registers it. Like I can like I'm like self-aware of how fucking like
It's like
bad I
screaming
am
at the fucking
sometimes.
glass door, screaming
Yeah, it's
for
just
your
like
family.
stop, please.
And all he sees is his mouth.
It's like
moving.
okay, like no, I've described it like like in a like when they fucking push the fucking spirit out in the Doctor Strange movies, like when they knock like Doctor Strange out of his body or whatever, and like the astral, like it's like astral projecting, and I'm just like astral projecting behind my body, watch myself say just the most retarded shit. Like right now, I'm just stop, please. Take your foot out of your mouth and exit foot from mouth. All right,
Kid,
but
Dude,
anyway,
I wonder if his
This is
wife
why
has
you
a
don't
blow
do
dart
drugs.
gun.
no,
You know
my
what
wife.
I'm saying?
Believe it or
wonder-
not,
Just fucking put him down like a rhino.
my
and
wife
fucking
is
there,
worse
dude.
than I
Like,
am.
for his own
Walk
goods.
around the house like the elephant hunter
No,
from-
she's
Yeah,
worse than
imagine
I
how-
am.
Whoa,
imagine how
really?
peaceful and
My wife
quiet
is
the house is
no,
when he's,
yes.
like, down.
My wife is worse than I am.
What?
Holy shit! He's
Yes.
the calm one in his house.
I'm the calm one at home.
What?
She does. You turn her on, and she's bah, like she is nonstop. But
I'm so glad you guys.
She's the
found
one
each
with the
other.
Adderall prescription. So
I'm sure she really appreciates you letting everyone know.
she doesn't care. She knows. Yeah, she knows.
She
I
knows.
can't wait to meet her.
Oh, dude, she's awesome. I like my wife. She's like, we've been married for
Be
15
fucking
years.
better. It's your
Yeah.
wife, dude.
She's a piece of shit. I'm only
Yeah,
married to
fucking
her.
bitch.
I don't,
Sucks.
I don't understand those dudes. Like, it's my wife, the old ball.
Yeah, I
and
fucking
chain.
hate
Like,
that.
You idiot! You married her.
Okay, I get that. Like when I was we were married like 10 years. I got that. I think, but like we've been married for like 15 years now. I'm just like I don't give a shit, dude. Like that's my bae, dude.
That's
like
true love.
That's my
you
ride
know?
or die.
Like, where you can get to the point where you don't.
Bro, we've had like some shit,
That's
dude.
romance
Yeah.
at its best.
That's romance, dude.
Yeah.
We got married when we were 20, so like we're cool. It's cool. I love that's my bitch, dude. Like,
Imagine how long-
I just realized I was about to say that. I
Dude,
love my bitch.
Imagine how fucking confusing his vows were. Can you imagine that for a second?
I got married at a courthouse
Can you
for
just
like.
imagine like the person who's marrying them is like, okay.
I got
Do
married
we
at
stop him?
Kid's
Do
car.
We stop him?
No.
And
It
then,
was-
and then his wife's
him
even
dig.
longer. The people are like, God,
No, it's funny
damn,
'cause
dude,
I
we
got
need to
shit to
wrap this
do
up.
tomorrow.
Say I do.
Because we were both like, ironically, shy in public. No, but we got married at the courthouse. That was really funny. I got pictures of it. I look like exactly like Tiny Tim. It was fucking terrifying, dude.
Hell
Like,
yeah.
Love that, dude.
Dude, my wife made me a fucking edible wedding cake.
Yeah.
It was just a big ass wedding cake.
But speaking of things that
edibles.
look like they lurk in the basement, so good nights. That's pretty fun. That's like been a fun job to do, right? Like, it's a cool basement. Like, how long have you been in it? Like, how long has it been in the basement? Like, it's been there since I've. Continue. Sorry.
So he's
Your turn.
attached. He's attached to this basement thing.
There's a
Yeah,
lot
he
of-
really
It's like
wants you
he's
to
like that-
discuss it.
He wants to. It's like he's emphasizing the fact that it's in the
There's
basement.
Yeah, yeah.
stairs. I think
I
it's
feel
cool.
like
Dark.
I feel like I'm gonna validate. It's in a basement.
It is in a
You're right. It's underground.
That's one thing I know
That's
about
all
good nights.
we need to know.
That's all
about
I've known.
that.
Yeah.
So when you say underground, like here's ground level, it's here.
I think it's something like
Oh,
that.
It's a very
shit.
popular comedy.
That's
club.
great.
Honestly,
Most people go this way.
It-
Most
you know,
people go
we were
this
in
way.
we were in a building that was like 100 and something years old since '83, and then I think 3 years ago we moved to this new spot.
Okay.
And the place available was a place that was underground in this place called Cameron Village. And it had been a couple things before that, but I think something happened where we had an opportunity to go in there, and it worked out because, to tell you the truth, comedy works better in very dark places with
Yeah.
low
Yeah.
ceilings, you know?
Yeah. It's
Like
super
a very
cool.
controlled environment.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've been there for almost 4 years now.
In the basement?
Yeah.
In the basement.
Okay, just checking.
I realized.
You know it's in a basement, right?
Yeah.
Well, I was hoping.
John,
there'd
that
be
means
an
ground's here.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're
Well,
here.
and there's like a fun elevator for fucking.
I got
the
stuck in
special
that
needs
bitch last
people.
week.
Oh
The
shit!
fire
shit.
department had to come get me out.
You look like the kind of person who'd be like a bitch in the elevator too when it's stuck.
I-
Like oxygen's getting low, guys.
No, I was the calm one.
Oh, shit.
I was working the door, and there's an old lady.
At
in
least
a
you were
wheel-
clocked in.
Yeah, there's an old lady in a wheelchair. She rolls up, and we hit we hit the elevator door, and we were like, all right, go. Like normally we're like, all right, go ahead, but the door opens, and then makes a weird slamming sound, and then closes, and I was
Like I've never heard that before.
let me push it again. And so I hit it, and it does the same thing, and then I hit it again, and it finally opens. And I had to look at this poor lady who was watching this door do this. And I'm like, all right, it's all ready for you.
Yeah,
She's
we're
like,
okay.
Oh, all
This
right.
happens all the time.
And I had a feeling, I'm like, something's going to happen. This is
Of course.
This is not right. And so it was her and, like, I think her granddaughter or, like, her niece or something like that. And they get in, and I'm like, you know what? Let me just go. I'm just going to ride here. I'm going to ride in this with you guys.
Oh my God.
And that's when they're like,
That doesn't.
why? I'm
I've never
I'm gonna
heard
just be
anybody
honest
doing
with
that.
you. I'm like, I'm just gonna be honest with you. If anything happens, I don't want you guys to be in here by yourselves.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
And they were like, how? Like, what's the likelihood of that? I'm like, it's literally never happened.
Yeah.
And then it happened.
Yeah, and you're like, but
Jesus.
tonight it's looking
Yeah.
like 85%.
I'm here
I
for the
told him, I'm
comedy
like-
open
and
mic.
As soon as we realized we were stuck, and I had to call the fire department from like that little phone in there.
Yeah, yeah.
As soon as I hung up, they looked at me like seriously, and I was like, all right, I feel like this is an opportunity for you guys. Like this is the best thing that could have happened to you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
dude. You've been alive for
Think-
87 years.
Think about it. You're gonna be able to get anything you want from this club tonight.
Tonight.
Yeah.
They're gonna pay for your tickets. They're
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
pay for your food. They're gonna pay for your drinks. They're gonna give you tickets to free shows. They're gonna put you on a VIP list.
You
They're
know what
gonna
I get?
Do everything short of sucking your dick in the alley to make sure you are not upset about it.
Yeah, and RJ's gonna get that was your break.
Yeah, that was yeah.
Who were
yeah.
they?
And
Who
I was
were
like,
they
I'm getting paid by the hour. We're good.
Who were they there to see?
I want to say it was some drag queen. Monet Exchange.
We're here for the open mic.
It was Monet
Oh,
Exchange,
God.
a drag queen that did stand-up comedy.
Oh,
But
sure.
I was guilty of prejudging. I was like, oh, a drag queen. Oh, it's gonna be a drag show. No, it was
No.
stand-up.
Nice.
And she, he, it, whatever.
Whatever.
That character. I'm gonna refer to it as it as like a character.
Yeah,
That character was doing comedy really well, and
Nice.
it ended its set with singing classical like opera, and oh my god, that was
Was it
talent.
good?
Oh my god,
Oh
Hell
shit.
it was one of the most impressive
I was gonna
performances
say,
singing I've seen.
I
was
could
just
do
like,
it, but
holy
it's not gonna be good.
it was
so.
I was like, and then everyone was like clapping, and then it got real quiet right when I looked at my coworker. I was like, "It can sing." You know,
God
How many
damn it.
people? How many
Oh.
people heard you?
I got out of there so fast. I was like, "Oh,
Dude,
scurry like a
God."
motherfucker.
Same
Just
thing
like,
happened
Jesus
when you were
Christ.
fucking headlining at Patty's the other week. They had like this like really somber fucking people speaking about their new brewery. I looked over at Ryan and I'm like, dude, this band sucks. And all I hear is just from like 8 people around us. I'm like, I gotta go to the back. I can't do this right now.
Oh man,
Same shit happened to me.
Dude, we're not far from Patty's right now, right? We're pretty close.
No, it's like right around the corner.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, it's pretty close. I was trying to think. Where the fuck did I first? I think the first time I met you was actually when we were doing the Sweet Palette mic.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
fucking bakery that has no alcohol. And we used to pack that fucking room every night.
It was started as a mic with an actual audience, which was rad.
Yeah.
and
Full room all the time.
that was I think that was when I was first getting to know anyone in Fayetteville. Like it was like one of my first or second experiences in Fayetteville.
Yeah.
like, and it is like a comedian capacity.
And like I was outside getting ready to smoke, and then I look over and you're going outside to get ready to smoke, and I'm like, we just become best friends.
And then we smoked at Hatchet Brewery.
Yep.
In Southern
And
Pines.
in the fucking windows.
Yeah, and then all of our weed smoke was just billowing right into the fucking brewery where like there's children enjoying fucking
RJ's like, fuck, dude. And I'm like, dude, relax. They're gonna look over here and know it's me.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
what are
remember
you
that.
worried
That guy.
about?
Yeah, you have nothing to worry about. They're gonna
Well, I
look
wonder,
over
is it
and
the
it's
guy
just
who-
gonna be all eyes on me.
Yeah.
I was like, he's got a good point.
Yeah, I like the fucking.
Like, there's no
Yeah.
point.
I love that though. Like you and him standing together, you'd be like, now which one has about like 6 years professionally in marijuana? Now pick him, pick him, pick the guy.
Even I would be like,
I would be like,
it's
yeah,
like the
me
Spider-Man
too.
meme. It's like,
No.
It's like it's him. No. You'd be surprised. It's
Yeah.
That's when the fucking Commander Riker comes out.
Because that was the first time I was like, man, finally,
Fiction.
another comedian who's most likely not from North Carolina just fucking sparks up right outside the venue. I'm sick of being the only one.
honestly,
Yeah,
I
no,
don't
here in North-
care where I am.
yeah.
I don't either.
If I'm outside, I'll light a joint. Or
I
I'll
don't
light-
give a fuck.
We've got shame here, like here in North Carolina. I still like hide in my, I'm like, yeah,
It's a
Nah.
really unhealthy way to live, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is. That's why, that's why I act like this. That's why I'm so twitchy. Yeah, no.
Like, only if it's a paid show does RJ and I get away from the building a little bit.
It's true. If they're paying us, I won't fuck with
Yeah,
them.
no. We'll go to the parking lot like adults
go for a walk
Next
like
to
a
the
man.
dumpster.
and talk about his dog, which is fucking awesome.
I'll walk to the bank next door because it's closed. I did that in Jacksonville when I was like just out there by myself and I had a joint, and I was like, I want to go smoke.
Hit
this,
him.
and that's gonna
Did he
be
just
fun.
do it again? He just did it
I
again.
thought I was
Hit
on
him.
topic.
Hit him.
Yo,
thought I
we
was
should.
on-
You know what you should do? You should get one of those shot collars for Jean Paul.
No, dude, I love it. I let him go off.
You know,
bro.
and,
I
like,
thought I was on topic.
as soon as he's like on topic, shock him, and then he'll like change channels, and he'll just that's like keep the content going.
Oh wait, were you say? Oh shit, what's the? Oh damn it! Or you want me to go off
It's
topic?
in the best interests of the success of this podcast to constantly throw you off.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, you're my bread and butter. Don't fuck this up.
Why is your face so big?
I have a big face. Let's talk about that.
Yeah, I do think you have a big face. No, but I was like super pissed off at not you at all last Tuesday. We
Oh
were
my
driving in the
God.
car, but like I was just like fucking RJ calling off the podcast, canceling the podcast. Big faced RJ with his stupid big face. I just calling you big face. Like that was like the best insult I could think of because I don't, I don't know anything about you really. I don't dislike you at all. I think it's fun that you have a big face.
Yeah.
Am I? Yeah. big face guy. I didn't want to say you have look like Zachary Levi.
I feel like we
again.
should define the autism spectrum right now. I feel like there is a left and right limit. Like I feel like okay, on one hand, they got like really
normal.
quiet people who don't make eye
on the
contact.
handsome
They're
end of the
designing
spectrum.
rockets and like putting things into space, right? And on the other hand, there's the dude
Flashcards.
there's the dude that's collecting grocery carts for the Food Lion who smiles too much, and I feel like Jean Paul's like you know exactly who I'm talking about. If you're laughing, you're like, oh my god, that's adorable. They let him work there. You know that one.
Yeah.
I feel like Jean Paul's like directly in the middle.
He's one of the
between those.
driving ones.
I talk shit about that guy while I stock the shelves at the same Food Lion. Hey, you leave me alone, dude. You leave me
You need
alone.
help putting your groceries? I'm fine. Please don't come over here and take up 30 minutes of my time having
I would
a
never do
conversation.
that. I would never do that to my
if we
customers
weren't in
at Food
Fayetteville,
Lion.
he would do that.
Yeah.
Fayetteville,
You
this
can't
is
be
a
like, I don't
shot.
feel like talking to you right now.
Yeah.
It would ruin their month.
As funny as it is.
Not even their day.
God damn it.
June's done, dude. We just started.
I totally work at a Food Lion, which is why that is
Do
so
you
funny.
really?
Yeah, I totally do. Yeah.
Nailed
I
it.
had
Fucking
I had
nailed
no idea. Are you fucking with me right
No, 100%.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I'm
No,
right
not
now?
kidding
100%.
you at all.
He even
That
said
is
it
so
earlier.
funny.
He didn't say Food Lion. He said I work at a fucking store.
That is so
And
funny.
I just fucking said,
Nailed it.
Yeah. I'm so glad you said that. That's so
That's why
funny.
it's so funny.
Yeah, you're 100% on point.
Comedy.
That's comedy. That's comedy.
like sometimes you feel bad for being right. Like,
Why?
like-
No, dude. Why? No, there's a guy I work with who does the carts, who does that shit. Like he's worse than I am.
Yeah, his name's
like,
JP.
I don't see, I'm doing this on camera for content because like that's how I am, and I know I kind of play it up a little bit. In
You
public,
got a handler.
I have
You got someone that can keep you.
No, in public I have shame.
distracted.
I have shame in public. I know I can be like,
Oh.
I'm not going to talk to people because
Alright.
I don't want people to think I'm a fucking freak. You know, like
Yeah.
like I said, I'm very self-aware of how fucking autistic I can fucking be. It's horrible. I really wish I could stop it sometimes. It's like fucking It's like watching my evil clone just walk off into while I'm just sitting there stuck behind the glass. Like, stop it. Why are you? That's not even a convincing mustache. You know what I mean? Like, it's, I love it. Like his face. Like I can read you when I'm not making sense. I wish more people would make faces like you.
I know,
Like just like like you are. That's why you work at Good Nights. Like all those autistic kids just love the shit out of you. They could just be like, I can understand RJ when he speaks to me. Like he can be like,
Everybody's making the face, John.
I know.
You just see it so often. It's the only face you
Well, no, his is very defined.
You have much higher frames per second than most human beings.
It takes a very high
The
end
extra
computer to run
chromosome,
that.
dude. I'm
Yeah.
telling you.
I have a great hairline though. Zach, how you feel about that?
Oh, you do have a great
Yeah,
hairline.
that's right,
It's
okay.
about 4 inches further up than mine.
Dude. All
Sorry.
right.
I hate that he just goes with it and doesn't like just like, yo, no, I know what
You
I'm
didn't even
about.
hurt
But
my
let's
feelings.
continue.
I'm a fat hippie that just smokes way too much weed and jerks
God
off
damn
too
it.
much.
Exactly. You
I
think I
know.
can feel things?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, I feel way too much and it hurts me. I'm just like, oh god. Oh.
Yeah, that's your
No.
first mistake, dude.
Yeah.
Dude,
No,
all
but
that
no,
feelings.
I do mean it. Like
Kind
you,
of like your marriage, you just got to get to a point where you don't care.
yeah, it's just sort of like no, it's like you care a whole lot. You're just like I
No.
care, like
Yeah,
they're,
dude.
they're my whole.
That's my favorite part about bombing is I am the only one laughing at my jokes and I'm the one with the mic in my hand.
That is fun. It is.
Or
You
shout out
enjoy.
Ryan Midden.
You enjoy. Like if you're bombing, you strike me as someone who like, all right, I'm gonna enjoy this while I have the time.
Yeah, I'm not changing my material based on the
Yeah.
crowd.
Whereas like when someone like Ryan Minton is bombing, everyone's
Shout out
fucking
Ryan Minton.
scared.
yeah.
Everyone's scared. They're like, why do they give this guy an opportunity?
Yeah, I
to
can't
get up
believe
here?
There
He's
will
scared.
He
always
said
be-
the N word
And
493
if nobody in the
times.
crowd is laughing at his jokes, he will laugh the loudest at his
Yeah,
jokes.
dude, that's
He
me
will
too though
always
when
do.
I'm bombing.
That's great. But I will say this: yeah, that guy works harder than like 99% of the
sure.
comics.
Oh, yeah.
For
He's
sure.
everywhere.
Every
sure.
time.
For fucking
And
sure.
it's fucking crazy because like I didn't know he was allowed like out of the city limits.
Yeah. No, we
looks
work.
like he'd be
dude,
hiding an
I
ankle
travel with him a
monitor.
lot.
Yeah, sure.
I travel with him a lot. We do a lot to work around his ankle monitor. Like you fucking like we do a lot to get that shit.
I love
like,
that.
on the road. Yeah,
Dude,
it's-
he
it's
left his
pretty dope.
fucking beard brush in my car last time we went to Apex. And
Like, he says he's got like a body in his trunk. It's really like a complex machine that lets it so he can be mobile.
so he had this beard comb and he left it in my car the last time we went to Apex.
Shout out to Ryan Minton.
And my wife has to take my car on base because it's a safer car to not get searched. My wife fucking
suck at
calls
this
me up. She goes,
podcasting
"Whose
thing."
fucking brushes in your car?" And I'm like, the last bitch in my car didn't even have hair."
Are you guys
So-
booking for this podcast again? Like, can I come back as soon as possible?
Sure.
and do this again? Like, how many times? Is there a cap? Can I do this more
This is
than
the
once?
first time we've had done
RJ,
it on
show
a
up
Monday.
anytime you want.
Yeah.
We'll kick guests off for you.
This is the first time we've done it on a Monday. We did this for you.
Yeah, because I slept through my alarm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To quote Zach, he said he got too drunk and he was like, "Oh,
You know
fuck."
what's funny?
Yeah.
It's like
I
I
know.
slept through my alarm and it was for like 1 p.m.
I wasn't gonna call you out, dude. You work nights.
Yeah, I do work nights, so
Yeah.
it made sense. I was like, dude, they're not gonna believe this shit.
No, I did. I get it.
No, the only thing that got me was that you
I
woke up
texted-
at 1 because you asked us to be here at 1, and we were here at 1. Like we were like, it was like nice middle of the. We don't
Yeah.
usually shoot middle of the day.
So the
we
way
were just like-
alarms work. is
No, I know
like-
how they work. I'm aware.
The way-
I wake up early like
so
a
like
man.
if I had
but
woken up
continue.
earlier, I would have had time to make it by 1.
Yeah.
But like since I look at me, I'm just,
Oh, I know you're being facetious. I'm aware of how well arms
I
work.
can't even finish this. I can't. I don't want to be mean.
He tried to be mean,
I
but
don't
he
wanna be
couldn't.
Mean.
You're not
I
being
wanna
mean, you're
be
being a
the
woman about how
grocery cart
alarm works.
collector, dude. Like you have to live
You
with
need
that.
help with your bag?
Yeah, you want paper or plastic? They
I'm
do have a
fine.
list.
What are you
They
talking
do have a
about?
list.
Oh, fucking alarms work. I wake up at 6 o'clock every goddamn morning like an adult.
We had one at the food line near my house who always wanted to pray with everyone. It scared the everyone was like running for the doors as soon as they parked.
I have a fucking the janitor who works at my job. He just like he will talk to anybody who will listen about food for about an hour at a time. And
I
then
got time.
I told him once that I did comedy.
comedy.
And he will tell me the jokes that his pastor told him on Sunday that week. And I'm like, oh, it's basically like talking
So
to
you
me. I
say,
guess.
like, man, I hope this guy shuts the fuck up.
Yeah, it is one of those where it's just, man, I just want to sit there. And, and the pastor, he got up on the stage and he said, man, I sure do love it when, and I'm just like, and then Jesus wept. And I'm like, what the fuck? Was that a joke? And he was like, yeah. No, it's fine.
Oh, I love you, JP. I couldn't imagine doing this show with anybody
You're
else.
seriously an American treasure.
Zach and JP's Burnout episode, Hijinks, episode 25. Zach's only here by himself.
All right, you guys ready to start rolling?
Zach,
No.
go.
All right, so we on or
No, we haven't started, actually. This has been unplugged the whole time.
RJ, I have to do this so he loses all the energy before we film.
Yeah. This is how we placate the special
it's
boy.
like breaking a horse.
Same thing, dude. Same
Put this
thing.
guy
Dude,
in
I can count-
circles in a ring.
You gotta
for like
watch
an
out.
hour in the
He's a
heat.
kicker,
I
too.
can count to 10, dude. Check it out.
Yeah.
I'm not sitting here counting.
Oh, that's too much. I lost halfway through. It's cool. I know I was halfway
That was
there. though.
5.
Don't fuck up my floors.
I was working
Oh.
on it. That's the thing. I didn't want my fucking hooves.
That was
to
still
fuck your
5.
Shit up. Yeah. Yeah. No, I know I'm a treat. I love being. This is why
The next guest I want is like a therapist.
No.
No, I
They
do.
would kill themselves.
I wanna see how
They'd be
long
like,
it
I have
takes
no
them.
idea what to do with this.
I want to see how long it
therapist.
takes him to
I've been to a
realize that we're not a
therapist.
couple.
I've been to a therapist. I did not like it.
Just go to couples therapy.
Yeah, just figure it out, bro.
That'd be fun. That'd be a good episode. It's like, why do you have this third guy who's
Why do
got
you
a
have
camera?
a cameraman? That's our third.
Who's our third? Don't worry about it. We'll have you wear a GIMP mask for it, Greg. That's cool. I like that episode. Thank you for that idea.
You know what dude, you know they have like that show Love on the Spectrum? I feel like you
My
would
wife
be a
loves
good
that
candidate
show.
for a show similar, but it's like
John
an
on the
autistic
Spectrum.
version of Survivor. Like, can you imagine?
Today we're gonna get groceries and show up to work on time.
Love on the self-diagnosed spectrum.
Yeah, Love on the survive this island with autism or you die.
We're only gonna talk to 4 people today. It's gonna be a hard day today, guys.
Wow. He just,
No, I was gonna say something. It's not gonna be funny, so I'm not gonna say it. That's fine. Well, it's like,
John,
is
we
there,
do it
like-
out of love.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people are just like chalking up Arrested Development to autism, and I just, do you know what? I don't know. That was just a thought I had today.
the show?
No, just the concept of but the concept of Arrested Development. Like where it's like you were, it's like you never
The
really
idea.
mature as a child. I don't know. It was a weird
The
thing. I was thinking about.
idea of the show, RJ.
Almost, John.
It's just a thought. Yeah, it's not a complete thought. I didn't say it was a good
fair.
thought.
That's fair. He never said it was a complete
I never
thought.
said it was.
He said,
you
I had
know,
an idea
just
today.
Something.
I'd like to think of your thoughts as mirrors, and then they just get splintered. Like the more and more.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
It's just fractal.
Yeah.
So have you ever seen Black Mirror? No, let's
I've
let's
never
spend another tangent.
Nah,
No,
fuck that.
No, my wife. That's another thing. My wife does watch Love on the Spectrum. She loves that shit. She loves all that, like the weird retard.
You
stuff
don't
that they
say.
put on Netflix.
Your wife
Yeah.
loves Love on the Spectrum.
Yeah, I think she's like watched it to justify like, why did I marry this guy? Like, you know,
The
she's like-
irony.
She's like, if you walked in, she's taking notes. You'd be like,
She
"God
wants me to
damn
just
it."
be like,
This isn't good. Right after this,
my cape. Excuse me.
after this, she's watching Dr. Phil and she's still taking notes. It's not good.
I only dressed up as Doctor Who once. Come on, dude. Like, it's cool. Like, you leave me alone.
Phil.
I know he's not even called Doctor Who. I know he's called the Doctor. It's fine. It's cool. We were into the show together. It's all. I blame my autism on my wife. I was normal before her. No, it's fine. That's a lie.
Yeah,
It's a lie.
No, it's such
a
a
lie.
beautiful thing to watch because it's like,
Yeah, dude, I
he's
have
like,
a blast.
He's talking, and then you can see like in his mind, he's like,
I want to stop.
Yeah, it's like, man.
and he reads whatever was just floating by, and it had nothing to. It was just,
No.
you don't know where it came from. You don't know where it
In my
was
head
going.
catching fireflies.
Yeah, it's just like he's like picks it and he goes, oh yeah, and it's like I only
Oh,
dress like
that's a Trump one.
And then
Those
when
are not bad.
I only dress like Doctor Strange once, and he lets it go, and then we're like, what the fuck is wrong with you, dude?
Stuck on it.
Love on the Spectrum. That's a good one.
Yeah,
The next 30 minutes of my life, and I'm gonna cherish this one. And that's I love that idea. That's funny as shit. Thank you, RJ. But what are we looking at? What time are we at, Greg?
Oh, we hurt his feelings.
No, yeah,
He
no.
wants
This is
to end it now.
this has been another episode of of John gets sad. No, it's fine. No.
No, you can deal with it. I had to deal with you in June last time.
Oh yeah, we had June on yesterday.
Oh my
and
gosh,
that was
June's the same exact way
June
he
Darling.
is.
Okay.
So
that
here's
was
me
just,
throughout the whole
yeah.
podcast.
Yeah, that was just me and her being autistic at each other.
At
for
each
the-
other.
Yeah, yeah.
Like 45 minutes
That
in, and
fa-
I'm just
you-
like,
your fa-
that's
no, that
crazy.
face-
Remember elementary school used to clap the eraser?
Yeah.
yeah.
That's basically how
Yeah.
it was.
No, that face.
And people are like,
That face you were making at me the whole time, you would have gotten stuck that way. Like you would have been like,
out the door. I would have walked.
No,
out.
dude, I was high as shit. Like, dude, this is the best
no,
conversation
you would have
I've
gotten
heard.
stuck, and then we would have had to carry you out.
Dude,
Like it
no,
would have
just
been.
trying to contribute to that conversation, you would drive yourself insane.
No, you just do that. That's crazy.
Yeah, insane.
Like, whoa.
What happened next?
No,
I told you, I don't cut him up. I let him go, dude. Dig. You got a hole, go for it. Having two of them, dude, it was fucking great. How you
Don't
feeling,
ever
John?
let autistics get next to each other. It's not a good thing, especially
We,
when
dude,
there's
we
like,
put them in a
oh,
classroom together.
It's like
they used
you
to
were
put their desks in the hallway. But
no.
And if
I
they
thought
were
it was
hot,
really
we'd
funny.
fuck 'em
It's
now.
like after it was like we had that whole conversation, like, and now we're just never gonna speak to each other again in public, like ever again.
Yeah.
Like me and her are never gonna
you
talk
guys
ever.
downloaded everything you needed.
Yeah,
to
it's like
download.
cool. Like now I know enough about you to know that you're neat. I can give you a thumbs up next time that's pretty cool.
It's crazy, too, because RJ, next time he sees you in public, he's also not going to talk to you.
It's fine. No, I'm a personal person. He's a personal person.
Yeah,
He'll
when I
come
show
up
up to a place
he'll-
like
yeah.
where he's at, like he's always lurking. and
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yes.
He's
Yeah.
a shy
Lurker.
animal. He'll come up
Yeah,
to me.
he'll
you
talk to
know?
me until he's had
You know
enough.
how like you get really stoked when like a deer gets
Yeah, and you're
close
like,
to
oh my
you,
God,
and you're like,
shut
oh,
up.
I'm the
There's a
animal.
deer coming.
Like, I feel like
Oh my God.
if I have a welcoming aura to the autistic guy, I feel like I'm doing
I
something
hope
right.
one day I can be in one of the reels you do where you do all the you do like fun. RJ does fun reels on his
I
Facebook.
don't,
You
do
talking about-
real, I don't. They're just
No,
stories. I
no,
don't do,
they just
I
okay. He
hate
does them in his
social media.
stories, but like it's always a new dog, and it's just like you're always
Oh, yeah,
super.
yeah.
I would love to be
Guys,
like one day
tonight
you set it
we
up.
got a
as, like,
JP.
I've got this super sweet boy. I found everybody.
Oh, do you want
Look
some
at him,
water,
everybody.
John? Do you want some water,
Want a
John?
Sweet little fella, and I'm just sitting there like, RJ, this is demeaning, but yeah, come on.
Yeah, you got a cookie? Last time I had a cookie.
Scratch my belly. Come on. Oh my God.
Can I pet this autistic?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
might
Ask
be a
Zach.
good
Can I
one.
pet your autistic
Avoid
boy?
eye con- don't look him in the eye. You know what happens.
He
when you
thinks
look
it's a
at him in
threat.
the eye.
Stand down. Let him smell you first.
Ears back, always a good
Whatever
sign.
you don't mention the action figures to him, you will be stuck in a conversation for 30 minutes.
For the
Don't
love
do
of
it.
God, do not mention the action figures.
Don't mention Star Wars. You'll be sucked in. It's like, so anyways,
I love Star Wars.
so let's talk about the AT-ATs and how George Lucas liked to put those together. Jesus Christ. No, I'm not. at
This
least
all
one of those.
started with the stories you do.
Surprisingly, I'm not one
I
of
just
those.
want you to keep track for the ones.
Dude, no way am I gonna try and monitor or like.
Just connect the
Keep
dots,
up.
dude. You'd be a detective by the end of the night.
So I was working in the basement.
Where is it, John?
That's a creepy laugh. Because your eyes were kind of half closed and you were looking at me while you were doing it.
Yeah, I know. That's how I've got fatty deposits in my eyes. Used to be accused of being Asian.
From my dog stories.
Yeah, from your dog stories. Yeah, this is all from your dog stories. But you do them.
in the
You shoot
basement?
them outside, upstairs, from the basement.
I do, yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Whenever I work at the club, if they have me doing the door, I always have dog treats.
I'm not a
for
good
all the
host,
dogs that
RJ.
walk by because it's the best part about that job.
Yeah,
Well, you get to see dogs every day.
I believe
you
that
know
you were
how-
actually sincere about the last part.
Yeah,
That's the
you'd
great-
see
Do you know
dogs
how
every day.
like it's not good news if you're a security guard and they need you to work? That's never a good thing.
Yeah.
They don't come up to you with great news.
Yeah, like, hey,
Yeah.
bro,
They,
it's gonna
they
be an
always
easy
come up to
night.
you with like, dude, there's a dude beating his wife in the showroom right now. You need to get him out. And you're like,
Oof.
All
all
right.
right,
Yeah,
don't know
where
how
you
to
gonna
do
go?
that. Or like, there's a guy that's drunk and yelling at the comic. It's like you never. It's always dealing with someone who's drunk and out of control.
Yeah.
But how is it being like?
Well, I have a question.
What's
Yeah.
up?
How often, as a bouncer, do you watch Roadhouse?
I've never watched Roadhouse all the way through.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna say period. Never seen it. I was like,
Yeah.
God damn, dude.
No, I come before
I
it
also- I
every
also-
time.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
20 minutes in, dude. 23 minutes,
I
37
can't
seconds,
last
right,
that
John?
long. Are you kidding me?
Dude, I see the tight pants and I'm done. What are you talking about? I'm fast.
Call him the fastest
They do
dick in
that
the West.
scroll up like when you see that fucking little wiener, I'm done. But so like that's got to be pretty cool, like being a fucking like
Just roll right past it.
be a security guard and be like, hey, I can be my own security to your own show, because you're
Yeah,
just,
yeah,
you
dude.
know.
He's got the mic and he's standing by the door just doing all his bits.
Yeah, no, I mean like
They just
on
roast people as they come in. Like,
mean,
oh, you're
when
wearing
you're
that?
performing-
Nice.
That's got to be fun. You don't not going to be as worried. I mean, you're still going to be worried about a fucking keep my wife's name out of your mouth moment, but like you're not going to
No.
be as worried because you're going to be like, oh, dude, I do this this is my job. This is my other job.
Are you saying if somebody rushed the stage, you
Yes,
wouldn't
I'm
have
sorry.
Okay, there we
I
go.
can't. You,
I don't really see
Bad
anyone
at
rushing
talking.
the stage if I'm on stage.
yeah, I don't think.
No.
You did mention earlier that people are terrified of
I
you.
mean, I'll do
which-
it, but I'm going to
you're
do a
like, shit.
cigarette like halfway.
I don't, like I think they would like if anyone really wanted to start some shit, they'd be like, "Oh, wait till he gets off stage."
Yeah, yeah.
I know there's a parking lot with
Yeah.
one
'Cause
camera.
I don't like he has the high ground. Like I don't want him to have.
He's
the
got
high
like
ground.
4 weapons right next to
Yeah.
him.
That's funny shit.
All right, let's fucking wrap this one up. You got any fucking shows coming up, dude?
Not a single one. Actually,
Oh, okay, that's good.
Well, yep.
nice.
Thank you.
No, I
We
mean,
do have to figure out when we're gonna fit this one into our release schedule. We release one every Saturday.
Yeah,
and-
no shows I want to plug right now.
Yeah,
It's
okay.
really
All
just it's the ones I have are probably like a month or two from now or something like
Are you
that.
in NC's
Ain't
Funniest?
stressing it.
I am doing NC's.
When's your
Funniest.
date for that?
June 11th for that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. So this will probably be posted after that.
Perfect.
Sick,
Perfect.
yeah,
You
sick.
How did you
should
do
have
that
come
night?
to June 11th show. That's
Yeah.
what. Instead of plugging it, just shame people for not going to a show they knew nothing about. I
Why
feel
didn't you
that's
go
a
vote
good-
for him? We did, obviously. No, I'm joking.
Yeah, I don't know. I had a lot of reservations about doing
June
a
11th.
contest. 'Cause
I don't like them. Period. The only reason I did the locals is because I got nominated and they threw me in.
Yeah, I mean it's okay.
I'm
It's a
in
circle
July
jerk.
The only
2nd.
reason
I'm
I
doing
did
it for
is 'cause,
fun.
my boss called me a pussy. And I was
Nice.
Like, oh, okay. Now I have to.
You have to.
Yeah.
No, that's
Yeah.
on principle. Yeah, no, I did it for fun. Like I was just like, why not? Like, fuck it. I've wasted $25 on dumber shit.
That's a
I'll
good
get
point.
I'll get a good video out of it.
You
know?
really think that? You really think you spend $25 on dumb as shit?
Yeah.
I think so. Do you see this phallic cactus over here, dude?
Hey, that's my dick
Do you know,
cactus.
hey, yeah, I was gonna say, do you know who that belongs to?
Like you know how when you have like a house plant, they'll face towards what what they need.
Yeah,
Like this
John's
looks
mouth.
like a dick that's like trying to find a source of life. This is and it's in a skull thing.
Yeah.
What's this reaching for? That's what I want to know.
Dude, it just started growing that way. Me and my wife been calling it a dick cactus for about a year now.
It's been the second, like the third host of the show since
beautiful.
we started.
Ah,
It's
dude.
beautiful.
I was like, we gotta have that.
Yeah,
we gotta
yeah,
have
the
that in
cactus,
every
yeah.
shot. So we get it in every shot.
I feel like you're doing it a disservice as someone who's a very big fan of cock shots. You have to get the whole, like you can't.
I like to point it towards John.
You have to show the pout. That's even fun too. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Make it look like his dick. All right, guys, let's get out of here. RJ, thank you for showing up tonight, man. We
Thank you,
appreciate
RJ.
it.
Yeah.
What the fuck just happened?
I had an autistic spasm at
You
you.
just
for-
witnessed
What
the
the fuck
John
just-
Paul experience.
Well, hey.
JPE.
We learned some stuff about you. I autismed at you. And I do
feel like we
apologize.
learned a lot about you too.
I do
dude.
apologize about it.
Yeah.
But the fun fact is, we didn't learn anything about me except that I'm very difficult to talk to.
Do you remember the Food Line revelation? That was something.
I texted you that the other day. Well, we don't have to talk about it. We could have left that for the cinema of the show, but it's cool. No,
That's crazy that you think
Like I said,
RJ
what
reads
the
your
fuck
text.
just happened?
Zach and
All right,
JP's Burnout
guys.
Hijinks. That's it. Goodbye.
Okay, bye.